is in the air. You can tangibly feel it in everything in nature now. It's a few weeks after the equinox, and the winds have arrived. Their arrival in these lands is like the deep breath before the plunge into full autumn. These winds have been reminding me that change and transformation requires us to be supple and fluid. I've been watching as the wind blows the trees in all directions, and quite beautifully, I witness that rather than resist the chaos, the trees dance within it. We lit the first fire of the season the other night. The first of many fires to come. To me, though, it's not just lighting a fire. It's much more than that. More than I can perhaps put into words right at this moment, other than to say that to me, it's the beginning of a mythic and ever-deepening relationship with the elements of the season. This is one of my favorite areas up in the mountains, only about 32 kilometers from where I live. But it's inaccessible once the snow arrives. These mountains feed the watershed of the valley where I live. The main mountain peak is almost 4,000 meters, or 13,000 feet high. This time of year is powerful and potent. To attune, to reflect inward, take ownership and fully process the passing season's experiences, to get present, and to honor the ending and fading energies or themes that came to fruition during the seasons of light. I have spent countless time here in the mountains doing just that. My best friend has been staying with us for the last few months as she searches for her next home.
I'm actually taking a video. Perfect.
Her name is Hannah, and it has been such a gift. She and I have been going on many adventures that I look forward to sharing with you all. This day we were harvesting rose hips for tea. Rose hips are very healing medicine and perfect to have during this season. There's still so much life in the land until the first frost. We've been trying to spend as much time outside in nature before it gets too cold. The crickets sing most of the day now, giving the days a sleepy feel to them. And we've noticed many songbirds have left.
Oh no. were 2 males in it, and then a Phillips.
Do you have a camera? The transition seasons are always a busy time of year, and this week we've just barely started doing all the many projects in our home and on the land to prepare for winter. When the seasons change, I always get excited about bringing out from storage the next season's clothes. It's become a bit of a fun tradition. Which also means it's time to put away all my summer clothes to make room. My cat Bodhi was not as enthusiastic. The closer to nature that I've lived, I've come to discover and experience something subtle, but totally magic. There are more than just 4 seasons. What's revealed through my experience is that it feels like there's more like 8 seasons, that you can break down the 4 major seasons into chapters, and these smaller chapters have their own rhythm of waxing, peaking, and waning. For example, the beginning of autumn is very different than the peak or the end of autumn. I wanted to give names to these little seasons Because when we have words to define and describe our experience, it makes it real. And then maybe we could feel more connected to the world around us. I've discovered that many ancient cultures of peoples that lived in deeper relationship with the earth thought this way as well, and would even have names for each of the 12 moons throughout the solar year that described what was going on in their environment at that time, like harvest moon or sap moon. Being aware of these smaller seasons has been transformative and has been like discovering a magic ancient wisdom, something that felt like it was missing for myself and that I always subtly craved to know but never had validated. Knowing them has given much more meaning, substance, and orientation in my relationship with nature and myself. Just taking it all in. We were supposed to get rain today, but alas. It's such a tease. I can see the rain clouds on the horizon, but it didn't rain here. Oh, it's a little kind of chilly. Wow. It really, really smells like fall right now. It's like the combination of earth and dried leaves and dry plants. And then also there's just this crispness in the air. I don't know if you can smell crispness, but no, you totally can, but I don't know how to describe that. I find it very powerful and interesting how the waxing and waning of the major seasons overlap. They exist simultaneously. For within the sacred circle of time, beginnings start within endings, and vice versa. It's incredible to think that within the death of this season is the simultaneous presence of the seeds that will lead to the rebirth of the next cycle after the period of cold, darkness, and incubation of winter. That's so incredible. And just like that,
It snowed! Wow.
thank you so much for watching. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are giving yourself the space and time you need to connect with yourself during this season. Sending my love.